Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of 5 Fantastic Minutes. Brian Wright here, and hope everything is going great in your world. Got a cool one for you today. This is a real life story I've kind of been keeping in the bag of goodies now. This was actually a couple years ago, and I'm excited to talk about it. The girl's name was Christina, and Christina was a fantastic employee. And this is how I know. So one day I'm in the practice, and I don't want to bring up practices names. I was in the practice, and she and I were talking to each other. And I was asking her some questions about, do you like it here? It was a newer practice, right? This was the first time I was there. Do you like it here? You know, are you excited to show up to work? What are things that you don't like? And her response right away was, Brian, I love it here. I am I show up and I'm excited every single day. It's an amazing place to work. You know, the office manager here is always willing to help, always making sure that we have the right things to do our job, always pumping us up, just doing whatever she can to make us better. The doctors are involved, and it's just an awesome place to work, and I love going the extra mile. And later on, I was talking to that office manager, and she's like, yeah, Christina's amazing. I really love Christina. And, you know, I gave props to the OM, like, hey, look, you know, there's a lot of things that she gave you major props on. And one of the reasons why Christina is great is because of the environment that you are creating as the office manager. Like, you are doing one of many roles that is your responsibility, and that is to help make other people better, make them feel safe, create an environment where people can thrive. But something very interesting came up in Christina and mine's conversation. As she was saying how much she loves it at that practice, she also said to me, you know, I only work here a couple days a week, right? So to make ends meet, there's another practice that I actually work in too. And I said, oh, okay, well, how do you like it there? And she goes, I can't stand it there, right? The office manager is constantly trying to find ways that we are doing things wrong. She is, you know, constantly in our face about it, telling us, you know, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. And the doctor's not engaged, right? When we have meetings, the doctor's not even there. You know, if we're watching an on-demand course, or, you know, doing a learning environment, maybe a lunch and learn with one of our reps, the doctor's just not there. Really, the office manager doesn't pay attention. We get yelled at a lot. And, you know, I was thinking in my head, I didn't get a chance to talk to that office manager because they weren't a customer. But I'm thinking in my head, look, here's the exact same person, right? Christina. One environment, she's a rock star, right? The office manager said she's amazing. And Christina said how much I love it in this office. And, you know, the office manager's helping us out. And it's an environment where we're making each other better and we're helping each other. We're picking each other up, et cetera, et cetera. Then you take the same person and you put them in a different office and they're miserable, right? And she even told me, look, I'm just guessing here, but the office manager probably doesn't like me much, right? If you talk to her, she's probably going to say I make mistakes and I'm not motivated and blah, blah, blah. And everybody, the lesson here today is sometimes, now employees watching, you have a responsibility to be great no matter what, right? I think you owe that to the person that's handing you a paycheck every single day. But here's the reality. You can take a really great environment and you can prop up people that may not be that great, right? Or you could take a person that, I'll say that the other way around. You could take a person that's not that great, maybe an average employee, maybe less. You know, maybe you're taking people that you don't even like, but you create the right environment, you can boost them up into excellence. But the opposite can happen too, right? You can take somebody that's really good, like a Christina, and if you put Christina in a bad environment, Christina all of a sudden becomes not such a good employee. And this is a valuable leadership lesson to so many of you out there, that as you critique people and say, we've got to get the right people in place and so-and-so is not a good employee, the problem may be you. And this is where leadership is such a trained skill set, everybody. It's such a ongoing, infinite journey of looking at things differently and learning how to communicate differently and learning how to make people safe, learning how to make people better by creating the right environment. And look, like I said, employees, sometimes it is on you, right? Sometimes we as leaders can do everything we can to motivate and coach, inspire. And some people you're just never going to pick up, right? You're never going to pick them up. And that's just life. But the majority of people, I'm a big believer that if you strive to create the right environment, you're going to get Christinas. But if you strive and you do, or not to create the right environment and you don't have the right environment, you're going to get Christinas, right? Choose the environment that's going to create the great Christina, not the one who's the same person, but says she hates her job and is not that good in this place, but is great here. You have a choice. And this is why leadership is a learned skill set and so important for this infinite journey that we call business and we call life and employs your career. Hope you enjoyed today. Create that right environment and you're going to get the right Christinas out there, everybody. Thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.